While Fuller House may be a family show, the Fullest House podcast is not. Listener discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to the Fullest House podcast, which is contributing to our 401ks. I'm Zach Horowitz.
I'm Mark Greene.
And I'm Harrison Bloom.
And today, we've got another episode. Yay!
Zach, they don't know that we've been recording this like day after day. This is just coming out a week after the previous episode.
We're recording this the day after we recorded the previous episode. Which, I didn't know what to say. So
for your information, one, isn't what we usually do. And two, yeah, I didn't take that as a reference to the fact that we also recorded yesterday. I just thought Zach didn't know how to intro the episode.
It was that. It was that.
Do we want to take it from the top or just keep going?
No, keep it going.
No, Zach, I do want you to give us another take.
They call me one take, Zach. Oh, I'll give you another take? All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Welcome to the Fullest House podcast, which is contributing to our 401ks. I'm Zach Horowitz.
I'm Mark Greene.
I'm Harrison Bloom.
All right, let's get into the episode.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Clean. Powerful.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you. All right, so
my first note is... Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no. Give me your first note, Mark.
Yeah, my first note is Steph has a margarita problem. I don't remember the context.
Big gulp. Steph's margarita problem.
Yep.
I don't remember the context either, but apparently it was important enough to note.
Yes. I don't remember the joke either, but she said, I have a margarita problem.
I think it started off with like DJ and Steph go on like a really early morning run, and DJ's really into it, and Steph is not into it.
I love that.
Yeah, or I don't know. She probably
fitness.
Well, what I think it was is because I remember the line, I just forget the setup. DJ says something that's probably like, "Ooh, I like going on a morning run at least, or I like going on a morning run every day." And Steph says, "Yeah, well, when I say that about drinking margaritas, everybody says, Steph, you have a margarita problem."
Oh, that's what that was. Okay,
that probably is it.
I don't remember what DJ's setup line was, but that was Steph's line. I thought it was important to note because, as you know, Steph is a mess.
Steph is a mess. So,
and
indeed,
she's an alcoholic.
Yep.
Important.
As she ought to be on this show. Yeah. I don't know why she ought to be an alcoholic on this show, but it is good.
Yeah. Yeah, but they just came back from an early morning run. Yeah. DJ's like, everything's great. No one has any problems. No one is going to burst in saying like, I have a problem. I have a crisis. Fernando bursts in.
On cue. Yeah.
Fernando
is here.
Fernando is here. Actually, not almost as if on cue. On cue.
Yeah. It's almost as if this is a scripted series.
Yep.
Wait, this isn't a reality show?
I thought this was a documentary
about a cult. It's
about a cult in the San Francisco area.
Yeah, it's either a sequel series to Midsommar, or it's what was the Netflix documentary?
What is the Netflix documentary
about the cult?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I did not see.
It was big years ago.
Oh, wait a second. I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Wild Wild Country.
Oh,
okay.
I know things. I remember TV shows from the past.
By the way, listeners, if I ever like
Full House,
if my voice horribly cracks, it's because I have a sore throat right now, and I can't speak above a certain pitch without my voice going like this. So.
Oh, I thought you were just still going through puberty, Harrison.
Yeah, I was gonna say if my voice suddenly cracks like that, which I know it has in the past, let it be known that my body is just still going through puberty.
Well, I checked
painful.
with the doc. I checked with the doctor because I thought it was second puberty as well, but he told me no, it's.
And I just want to say, if my voice cracks like that, I'm probably being stabbed. Anyway, let's get back to the show.
Oh my God, Mark's been stabbed.
Oh no.
Mark got stabbed.
Oh, guys. Oh, it's painful. You just ran away.
Which of our side characters was that?
Let's continue with the podcast. Oh boy.
Which of our side characters did that? Oh no. It's a murder mystery episode now. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh, you know what? My mistake. It was just one of those fake knives.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, it was one of those fake knives that goes like in on itself.
Yeah.
What a hilarious prank.
What a fun prank. What a hilarious misunderstanding.
Anyway,
Fernando's crisis.
Fernando is having a crisis because he needs to re-propose to Kimmy. Because he thinks
because his engagement has gone on for so long that at this point it's probably just expired.
Yeah.
You know, it's like milk. You know, after a certain point, it's just you don't want that. You gotta renew it. You gotta get a new one.
It's that old adage: engagements are like milk. Yes. They're cold. They go in a glass. You drink it all up for your bones, and sometimes if you wait too long, they spoil.
Yes.
All about drinking it for the bones.
Have you not heard that before?
Yeah,
have you not heard
that's
that
a very common
expression?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, Fernando needs to re-propose to Kimmy.
I do also want to point out, because I liked it a lot, that Fernando runs in and says, well, now that Kimmy has said that I'm the one, I have to propose to her. And we were all like, aren't you already engaged? And then Steph said, like, aren't you already engaged?
Yeah. But he feels the need to do it again, and they are. Everyone is very adamant that he does not use a hawk this time, because I guess both of the other times he used a falcon.
He doesn't need to use a hawk because he used a falcon last time.
Right, it was a falcon.
Learn your birds, Harrison.
That's right. I'm so sorry.
We talk about birds a weird amount on this show.
Damn it, my ornithology knowledge. No falcons, no hawks, not even doves.
But yeah, he's not going to use a falcon. He's not going to use a hawk. He's going to use the most dangerous bird of prey known to man. DJ Fuller.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite bird.
Because she knows Kimmy like the back of her hand, and she can make the best proposal. So
what was it? Fernando says, I need the best, and the best means DJ. And like everybody goes, aw, and Steph goes like, aw, and I'm like, was that? Are we? I thought their relationship was resolved. I didn't picture that as like such a sweet moment. I guess it's a very nice thing to say.
Yeah, I don't know,
but
it was cute. It was.
I guess it got more of a reaction from the audience and characters than I thought it was going to get.
Yeah,
is my point.
Well, either way, it is a good crack team. It's a pretty logical setup. What happens afterwards? Do we cut to like another one of the subplots, or?
Yes, we do. Well, DJ is so excited about planning the proposal that she runs out, and Steph is like, "I'm gonna follow you on the run." Then she closes the door.
Right. I forgot the button.
Classic Steph.
Yeah.
Classic Steph.
Classic Steph.
Yeah.
And then we
cut to Uncle Monty's. Jimmy is massaging Stephanie's neck. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, what is that you're using? And he says, Russian dressing.
Yes.
I guess
Jimmy is good at this.
Skin. Also ignore her recent cases of acne.
That... It's... Isn't it so romantic to slather ketchup and mayonnaise all over your girlfriend? I love Russian dressing, but I don't want it on me.
I mean, some might consider
that Mark, you gotta just apply it to your girlfriend.
Some might consider it romantic, but, it usually ends in something a little steamier than a massage.
I know people eat things off of each other. I know that's a thing. But it's usually
I'll be slathering you with Russian dressing, and then you'll be Russian undressing, if you know what I mean.
Wait, you're slathering it on while they're still wearing clothes? Just dumping Russian dressing on their partner. You just have a bottle and you're holding it above their heads.
I just couldn't wait. You just gotta spray it all over.
Oh God.
This is sexy Newman's own.
Listen. Sometimes when you're in sexy mode, sometimes you burst your Russian dressing too quickly, and there's nothing wrong with that.
You're right. I'm sorry. It happens to a lot of people.
I need to stop.
It happens to a lot of people. No, Zach, never stop.
This podcast.
I'm saying never stop.
Anyway. So he's giving her a Russian dressing massage, which will surely attract a lot of birds and to attack her.
Yeah, but what kind of birds? You think it'll attract a falcon?
Yes.
Or a hawk? Or a DJ?
Yes, the great falcon attracting ritual.
Yeah.
It involves a lot of Russian dressing.
Everybody knows falcons love Russian dressing.
Yes, this is.
Yeah, owls love Thousand Island. Falcons love Russian.
Yeah, and it's a slight difference. A lot of people make the mistake.
Yeah.
But like you gotta know if you're an ornithologist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, J Money, Ramona, and Max are all working at Uncle Monty's. J Money and Ramona are not getting paid. Max is getting paid for some reason.
Well, Max is just really good at negotiating.
That's true. He says it's his negotiating skills.
He really followed that advice on Reddit to like all about showing confidence in the interview by like punching Jimmy in the stomach.
Yeah, I do have
he
a question.
He punches Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, I like that attitude. You're hired.
Yes.
You got that tenacity.
You got moxie,
I like it.
Kid.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. Is Max good at negotiating, or was he negotiating with Jimmy Gibbler?
That is also true. I think it might be just a mix of both. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know Max is a supervillain. So I mean, I imagine like all of his money is being funneled into the Cayman Islands. Like none of this is legit, but
Max and like he has to have negotiate. We can probably assume, if he hasn't said it, that Max watches a lot of The Good Wife. Mm-hmm. So I think he knows his way around the law. And by the way, my take on The Good Wife, more like The Great Wife. Am I right?
Hey, I don't get it.
Am I right?
I've
never seen it.
Me neither.
Anyway, yeah, Max is making $1 a sandwich.
What the fuck? That's insane.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Everybody, like, we were watching it, and like you and Tyler and everybody's like, that's insane, $1 a sandwich. And I'm like, yeah, but he also says he's getting dental and something else. Like he has benefits.
And vision, I think it was.
Vision.
Yeah.
Like $1 a sandwich, fine. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Why does he have benefits?
Yeah. This small child. I mean, I'm guessing it's because his family owns the store and they kind of already provide that for him. But
here's the thing. Here's the other thing.
What?
I just want to point out. His family, they're like family, but Steve, Fernando, and Jimmy own the store.
None of them are his family.
That's Steve and Ramona's father and uncle. Ramona's not getting paid. Ramona's not getting benefits.
Well, we might be getting ahead of ourselves here at the end of the episode, but technically, Max's stepdad will be.
It's gonna change
it's
eventually.
Gonna change.
It's gonna change. I'm just
uncle.
saying. No, that is true. It's going to. They're engaged. I'm saying they're definitely family. They're definitely. I'm being uncharitable for humor. I'm not making an actual argument.
Yeah.
If you want me to dissect all my jokes now? Yeah, they're family. I don't care. The
small child is getting paid and benefits, and he's like definitely not of legal working age.
No.
So I think that's just how they get around the child labor laws.
Yeah.
That's probably how they get around it. It's like, look, kid, we're really short-staffed. Well, I know it's like, legally frowned upon or whatever, but like, I'll give you free dental.
Maybe Max doesn't actually know what a 401k is, and Jimmy is just being nice to him, like, like when you give $1 to a child so that they can pay for groceries or something. Yeah, like, it doesn't actually matter.
Max says he's putting it all into his 401k. He's going to retire at 17.
Yeah.
Which, like, good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
I bet he hasn't factored in inflation, but.
So anyway.
Anyway, Steph is like, hey, Jimmy, could you hold on to my ring for me?
Which Jimmy is freaked out by because he has.
Yes.
And he expresses that after Steph leaves by doing a classic Jimmy Gibbler anxiety scream, which was the best part of the episode.
A classic Jimmy Gibbler catchphrase.
Which we have definitely seen by this point.
Where he just shouts anxiety at the top of his lungs.
Ramona says, oh, you look like you're going to give one of your... What's wrong? You look like you're going to give one of your anxiety screams. And he's like, yep, anxiety!
Anxiety.
We paused it as he said anxiety. J Money is making the greatest face.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he is just. I think Tyler mentioned that like that facial expression is not J Money. That is 100% Michael Campion.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
We've talked about Jimmy in the background is always doing amazing shit. J Money is pulling a Jimmy right now.
Yeah.
He's pulling a Jimmy.
He's even 100% gold.
Yep.
But
well, you know, most of acting is reacting.
There are a lot of good lines where like Jimmy says like, look, I know you all think I'm a really great sandwich maker, and so you assume that I'm really good at taking care of rings. And J Money says, nobody thinks that. And he goes, nobody thinks I'm a good sandwich maker. And then he shouts anxiety again.
that was so good.
It was very good.
Yeah. And Jimmy
is our
says,
favorite boy.
Jimmy's our favorite boy. He says like, oh, this is the most stressful thing I've ever done. And Ramona says, you have a baby.
I can't hide the ring in the baby, Mark.
That's the first place people will look. Which, like, first of all, how? Like, how? Why would? Anyway,
you're gonna act like you wouldn't look in a baby if you were looking for a ring.
Hiding a ring in a baby is easier depending on how good the baby is. I mean, hiding a ring in Tommy would be impossible.
Well, we also don't know enough about Danielle to know if she's a good baby or not, because she hasn't been in like any of the recent episodes, which also kind of proves the fact that Jimmy and Steph shouldn't have a baby together. Maybe they're not ready to be parents.
They mention her from time to time, but sort of nothing about their lives has changed.
No, they just have a baby.
Yeah. We'll get to it, but there's a resolution where they're like, I guess we're both a little, I guess we're both a little irresponsible, huh?
Yeah.
And it's like, you two have a child.
Yeah.
You need to
Where is your baby?
This.
But yeah, Jimmy is very anxious about having to hold on to the ring so that Kimmy doesn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It seems like there's an easy resolution where you just give it to Ramona, who is the groom's daughter and also the most responsible person in the room. But well, never mind.
Well, she's not the one who's getting paid. I don't know. She didn't think about that, huh?
Yeah, I guess
she didn't think about her 401k.
Yeah, she might be like, Mom doesn't deserve happiness. I'm just gonna throw this down the sewer to spite my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, my next note is Fernando has a top hat.
Yes. So they cut to DJ and Fernando are planning out the proposal. Yep. DJ hands Fernando a top hat, and he is very excited to be wearing a top hat.
Yes.
And I'd just like to say Fernando in a top hat is wonderful. I feel like that's the part of his character that he was severely missing. It's like like Starburns in Community.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, you know, season 1 he didn't have the top hat, but then from season 2 on he added it, and it really felt like it completed the character.
Yes.
Top hats are 100% sexy, and anyone is improved by wearing a top hat.
I kind of thought you were going to say it should become like an Indiana Jones thing where like he never loses the hat. Fernando is doing extreme stunts, but he always has a top hat on.
Yes.
Okay, hear me out. You get the top hat, and then you fill it with Russian dressing.
God. Zach,
Go on.
That's only for your partner, Zach.
I'm listening.
That's all. That's all I'm ready to share at this point.
Okay, well, you better share the rest by the end of the episode.
I think here's my thing. Get the top hat, fill it with Russian dressing, install at the top one of those like dispenser pumps for condiments. Get Russian dressing on the go, baby.
Yep. Top hats are definitely the most convenient storage space for Russian dressing.
Yeah.
A lot of space.
Yes. I'm glad you agree.
It's a lot of space in a top hat.
This is a Russian dressing heavy episode, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. So
anyway, the proposal, he's wearing a top hat because the proposal is going to be circus themed.
Yes. Okay.
Great, right?
Yeah.
So
sounds like fun.
That should be okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, Kimmy Gibbler's childhood home that Fernando is now living in
Is a circus.
still this weird like circus.
No, so
Yeah.
like this
Bizarre
absolutely
world
makes
mess.
sense. DJ
So it
is
makes
right
sense.
on point, but
So, they come in, DJ introduces a bunch of the characters have become circus performers kind of. Matt's like this strong man. He has this huge weight that's actually like
He's
It's
a
actually tiny.
strong man.
he's a strong man.
however, he does struggle with the weight, and then says he wouldn't wear
Yeah.
spandex because he ate a whole pizza the night before. Which I mean,
Which,
fair.
you
You need
know,
your cheat day,
that's fair.
but like,
Yeah, it's you know what? Gio was out of town. He was feeling lonely.
Yeah. Rocky walked in on him at one point and just like left the room silently.
Yeah. He's just hunched over the pizza. He didn't even eat it slice by slice. He just has the whole
He
pizza
just
in his
like
hands.
took the entire thing and just shoved it in his
Yeah.
mouth.
He's like,
He
don't
just swallowed
look
the
at
entire
me.
thing whole.
Mom really knows how to pick him.
He just like opened up his mouth like a garbage disposal and just shoved the entire pizza in there.
Yep. Harrison's right. He's just Gia knows how to pick him.
I mean,
Yeah.
not that
Don't
Rocky
look
can
at
talk. I mean, she's dating J Money, but
Yeah.
I need
mean-
this.
But yeah, he's got this little weight, he's throwing it around. It's actually really light, so people
Yeah.
can just like yeet it out of the way, which is very funny to me.
Yeah.
DJ, he's really struggling with it. Then DJ lifts it with one hand and like throws it away.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Steph is the bearded lady.
Yeah. Which can I say something that I think I noticed?
What?
I'm not sure about this. I think her beard was fake.
What?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
I figured
Well,
she was
here's-
just committed to the role and grew a beard.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
grew a beard and also she grew straps around the side of her head
I was about to say
to
that's
make
what
it
I
look like it was fake.
That's what I thought at first, but I have two observations about it that lead me to think it's fake. One, it's an entirely different color than the rest of her hair, and I know people get
you
like
bring up a good point.
sometimes they have like red beards, or if they're older, like a man with still dark hair might have like a white beard, but like she's a full blonde woman with a gray beard. And then also, yes, it has an elastic band going around her head.
Yeah.
you bring up a good
Why? I
point.
thought she just grew that along with the beard to keep up with the illusion.
Yeah, I mean, like I've grown an elastic band sometimes,
Yeah.
but I think that usually happens on your legs, right?
Yeah, but it can happen, especially with women.
It can
You know,
happen on your.
the head.
Every body is different. And it's just a natural human process when you have that elastic band that grows out of you, and you eventually just gotta like cut that shit off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
The surgery is really painful.
Mark. Cut this show some
Yeah.
slack.
That's true. That's true. I'm sorry. You're right. It probably was a real beard.
I believe next is the Lion Tamer,
Yes.
which is Tommy. Remember that DJ has a third son?
Oh, that's
DJ has a
right.
third son, and he's gonna be a lion tamer.
There's a lot of forgotten third children in this in this show.
And Cosmo
This
is the
entire show.
lion.
Cosmo
the dog
is-
is the lion.
Yeah. I wrote in my notes, Cosmo is dog, then realized what I had done and crossed out
Cosmo
dog and
is
wrote
dog.
lion. Cosmo is dog.
dog.
Which fair to be fair to me,
Is true.
Cosmo is
It's
dog.
true.
He is dog.
It's true. Cosmo has always been dog.
And there's something else I'd like to point out. So DJ's like, and Tommy will be the lion tamer. And then Tommy, who's fully dressed as a lion tamer, goes roar. And DJ says, oh, Tommy, that the lion actually, never mind. Yeah,
So
Tommy.
even DJ knows that Tommy is a bad baby.
Tommy's a bad baby. He doesn't know that the lion roars and the lion tamer doesn't roar. Like, what is up with that?
Yeah, Tommy being a bad baby.
Bad baby.
And then afterwards, DJ's like, and then you're gonna walk on this tightrope and propose.
Yep.
And that's gonna be
a
tightrope.
The tightrope of destiny.
You know, tightropes, that romantic thing.
Yeah.
Yes, that romantic tightrope.
I'd love if she's like, and you get down on one knee, still on the tightrope.
Yep. But then who should arrive at the house but Kimmy Gibbler? And they're like, oh shit, everybody hide. So, like Steph, shaves her beard really quickly.
Yeah.
Matt tries to get the lion mane off of Cosmo because that, unlike Steph's beard, that was fake hair.
Yeah.
Dogs can't grow lion's manes, you idiot, you dummy, you stupid. They throw Matt throws the weight away.
Mhm.
Again, yeeting that weight is very funny to me. And then he yeets the child away.
It's funny. I was going to say they throw it over the fence into the neighbor's yard, and I was like, "Does the neighbor mind?" And then I'm like, "The neighbor is Fernando."
Yeah. That's right.
We need to
Oh,
remind
yeah.
ourselves, like, there are so many things in this show that we need to just constantly remind ourselves about because they're never
Yeah.
mentioned. It's like, yeah, Fernando and Jimmy live next door, and also Michelle exists.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
Michelle
moments
exists,
in this
Tommy
episode
exists.
where we really
Yeah.
did scratch our heads and say, wow, Michelle does exist. They did not handle
Yep.
this well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
they made no effort to make us believe that Michelle is still part of their lives.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, yep. They yeet everything away. Then Kimmy's like, "Well, I'm just gonna come in, enjoy my day. I sure hope there isn't a tightrope that I'm gonna trip on."
Yeah.
And then she trips on the tightrope.
She trips on the tightrope.
She trips on the tightrope, and then she's like, "Oh no, my ankle! It is broken." And then Matt's like, "Her ankle is broken."
Well, what Matt says is,
Yeah.
"I'm not a human doctor, but if she were a horse, we'd have to put her down."
Which made
So
me. Which
Matt's
made,
a horse
Which
doctor.
made me fucking lose it. I love that. But
That was a pretty good line.
yeah.
I just wanted Matt to be like, "I'm gonna go get the gun."
Not just
Oh god.
Matt just shoots Kimmy, and it's a really sad
And then he
moment.
sends her to a glue factory.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, it's less sad than the episode where Kimmy gets rabies and they have to put her down.
They have to put her down a
no.
lot in this show.
Yeah, it's weird.
Kimmy Gibbler is really like the Kenny from South
Yeah.
Park of Fuller House.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been paying attention because we haven't mentioned it.
Oh
But
my
she
god,
does
they
die
killed
at the end
Kimmy!
of
You
every
bastards! See, it even works. It works.
Killed Jimmy,
Yeah.
you bastard.
They killed Kimmy.
You bastards!
Anyway, we cut back to Uncle Monty's. Presumably, Matt's going to shoot Kimmy off screen.
Yeah.
Where Ramona, J Money, Max, and Jimmy have finished making a bunch of sandwiches for the proposal.
Oh boy. But there's just one thing missing. Where's the ring?
No.
Just a couple things that I want to point out about the sandwiches.
Yes.
One, we paused and counted, and if Max is making $1 a sandwich, he's making $60 on these sandwiches.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The other thing that I'm only realizing just now, it's it's so clumsy that they're like, we have to make these sandwiches for the proposal just to try to tie it into the other plot.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
weird. Like, what are, just in
And
case
it's also
they
a thing
want
where it's like-
sandwiches after
And
the
it's
proposal,
also
like-
a thing where it's like, why are there 60 sandwiches when they're the main cast
Yeah.
and extended cast is maybe like 10 to 15 people.
We need 16 submarine sandwiches for this 5-person circus-themed proposal.
Yes.
I did not realize watching the episode, like, oh, how clumsily tied
Yeah, that's
into
really
the main
weird.
plot that
Yeah,
was.
it really is like, oh yeah, we need these sandwiches for the proposal. But Jimmy lost the ring. And so Ramona's like, okay, let's retrace your steps. And Jimmy's like, okay. So I woke up this morning and I ate a bowl of Raisin Bran. It was really good. And then Ramona's like, no, but what happened like after that? Like, skip ahead. And he's like, okay. Well, Steph wanted me to hold on the ring, and then I made a bunch of sandwiches, and now we're here. So
as
it's in one of the sandwiches.
It's probably in one of the sandwiches.
probably, but we can only figure it out by getting a metal detector and then scanning.
Yeah.
But of
Yes,
course that doesn't happen
exactly.
because they don't own a metal detector. I mean, I don't know why they don't. I always take my metal detector with me everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get some strange looks on the bus.
I don't know why. They should all be having it. Like,
Yeah, it's
Like- wear
Yeah,
your
I
mask.
always carry around my metal detector.
you never know when you're gonna need to find some metal.
yeah, like
Yeah,
wear your mask. Always carry your metal detector.
carry your metal detector.
Yeah. Look, mask, wallet, keys, metal detector.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, they put a ring in one of the sandwiches probably.
Yeah.
We go back to the house where Fernando wheels Kimmy in to the kitchen sitting in a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
I don't know why it's
With
a
an
wheelchair instead of crutches, but it's a wheelchair.
Yeah. And she's wearing this big cast, which, by the way, I need to be trivia time. Because when Kimmy falls, her left ankle is the one that's twisted, but the cast is on her right
Oh my
leg.
god.
Are you saying something fishy is going on?
Perhaps.
You know, I don't really have a lot of evidence to prove that, but I mean, it's good to keep in mind.
Yeah, I think we should keep that in mind. I think we should save the reveal of whether or not something fishy is going on.
It's entirely possible they just fucked up, but it is entertaining to think maybe they put it on the wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, the real answer is
in
that
character.
the real answer is that it was probably just a goof by the producers.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think it's a nice little subtle hint.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
nice. It's a subtle nod to Stephanie subtly nodding at DJ, subtly nodding at the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kimmy says she should be able to walk in 6 months to a year.
Mhm.
And we were like, because of your ankle?
Yeah, that's like
You didn't. Do you mean that you shattered all the bones in your leg?
That's kind of.
Is that what you mean?
That's why you wouldn't walk for a year. But
She has Samuel L. Jackson's thing from Unbreakable, where her bones are made of glass.
she has glass bones and paper skin. Every morning she breaks her legs. In the afternoon she breaks her arms.
But then, in a weird turn of events, Stephanie is like, "Well, I guess the proposal's off." Why?
Yeah, what? Why would that?
Why
be
would
the
I
conclusion
mean,
you would
why would-
come to?
Like I thought there was gonna be a thing where it's like Kimmy's on a bunch of pain meds, so she's
Yeah.
really out of it, so they can't. So the proposal goes horribly wrong, or they have to scrap the proposal. But instead, Steph's just like, "Well, you can't propose to someone with a broken ankle, so I guess that's it.
That never happens.
yeah,
You can't."
okay. But you know, Fernando has an idea.
Well, DJ first sticks up for her and says, "No, we can't let this go. We have to
Right,
top
yes.
ourselves for Kim." There's a lot of weird logic here. Like, she doesn't even, I don't think she even says, like, you know, she's had this big disappointment, so we have to make it even better. They're just like, Steph's like, "Well, she broke her ankle and is in a wheelchair, so we can't propose." And DJ says, "No, that means we have to propose more."
Yeah. And Fernando's like, "I have an idea. Come in real close and let me tell you my idea."
And then they all huddle.
And then we
real
cut back to the
close.
sandwich plot.
Yeah.
Where they've gone through all the sandwiches. Uncle Monty's is a mess.
Yeah.
And then Steph walks in.
Well,
and she's like,
okay,
"Hey, Jimmy."
okay,
There are just
Zach, we're
there are a
forgetting
couple things. I
something.
think you're
Okay.
skipping over a couple of very important beats.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, right. Yeah, yes. There are a couple things I'm forgetting. Please go on. This is why Mark takes notes.
One, J Money opens up a sandwich and says, "I found it." And they're like, "You found the ring?" He says, "No, I found the sandwich where I put 2 slices of bologna." And they're like, what is wrong with you?" And he says, "I did that as an Easter egg for me."
Again, J
Also-
Money is our favorite character.
Is-
J Money
I know we
is
say that
our
about a
favorite
lot of characters, but J Money is our favorite.
for a reason.
He's our favorite. He's our favorite. He's so good.
What even?
He's wonderful.
What kind of sense does that even make? Was he just going to like assault people at the party, like grabbing their sandwiches, being like, "I need to check if this has 2 slices of salami. It's an
I
Easter
think he was
egg
going
for
to try to get
myself."
to them first and open all of them.
Well, I imagine it's like one of those things where like he's eating a sandwich and he like opens up just to check and he's like, 2 slices of pastrami, I see. Nice. And it's like he'll like laugh to himself a little bit, and they'll be like, "J Money, what are you laughing about?" And he'll be like, "Pastrami."
And then Rocky's like, "Jesus Christ."
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
What is
I'm
this
dumping
man?
you.
Again.
I don't care if you've massaged me with Russian dressing. We are over.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm telling these a little out of order, I realize, but also they're opening the sandwiches and someone says like, "Is he in, is it in that one?" or refers to the sandwich as like a him or something. And Rona says, "Why do all sandwiches have to be male? Why can't they be female?" And Max just says to her, "Choose your battles, Ramona." And then later when J Money makes a fool of himself and says, I hid it as an Easter egg for myself. And Ramona just quietly to herself says, choose your battles, Ramona. Ramona and J Money, always very good. I wish the show was more about them.
They're so good together.
They're so good.
Choose your battles, Ramona. Choose your battles.
Choose your battles.
Choose your battles, Ramona. But yes, and then
sweet girl.
you know, Jimmy gets really upset that he can't find it. He does another anxiety scream.
Yep.
And then Steph comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And she's like, what have you done to the sandwiches? Also, by the way, I forgot to give you the ring.
Yeah. It's like, I forgot to give you the ring. Jimmy's like, I misplaced, you know, I lost the ring. I'm so sorry. And Steph's like, no, this one's on me.
You know, it's funny because I couldn't remember like a specific moment when she actually gave him the ring.
Yeah,
in, like,
that too.
little
Yeah.
scene. So that's actually kind of clever. But
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
Like, a lot of the twists in this episode are pretty clever,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like, the show's definitely,
this episode
you know,
legitimately surprised us in terms
Yeah,
of how
and-
it's plot
and-
structured.
It's reveals. We usually can predict this
Yeah.
show. The reveals in this episode actually did surprise us.
Yeah.
But yeah, Steph sort of says to Jimmy, like, I guess we can both be a little forgetful and irresponsible, huh? And we are just kind of like, you have a baby.
Yeah.
These two people maybe shouldn't have a baby.
Hey, Jimmy, did you have the baby?
But, you know.
Who's looking? And wait. If I'm at Uncle Monty's and
And
you're
you
at
have the
Uncle
ring, then who's driving the bus?
I don't know if we've mentioned that before, but that's...
I don't know if we've mentioned that before, but that's my favorite thing
Guys, we've
to
mentioned
do
it
in
like
any
at
scenario like
least
this.
5 different episodes.
I'm sure
It's a
we have.
constant part of this episode.
I'm sure we have.
It's a great joke.
But, you
It's a great
know,
joke.
it's very good. And then we cut back to DJ in the backyard. She's feeding Kimmy some yogurt because, you know, she feels bad about twisting her ankle.
They really act like Kimmy broke every bone in her body.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, what should happen that other than music starts playing in the background?
We have a flash mob.
You know what that means. There's music in the background. It's time for everybody's favorite thing about Fuller House. Another synchronized dance number. Yay!
This is a very low-key episode of the Fullest House podcast. We're very low energy today, I've noticed. But
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very passionate about Russian dressing.
Same.
That's true.
We've talked at length about Russian dressing and the many uses for it.
yeah.
You know,
Wait.
you could eat it,
Wait.
you could-
Harrison, if I'm low energy and you're low energy and Zach's low energy, then who's driving the bus?
There we go. There it is.
There we
it is.
go. We brought it back around.
But anyways, you know, this
yes.
DJ and Steph start dancing. It's like a synchronized dance number, and
Yeah.
Kimmy's like, "Oh my god, you guys are real. Did you rehearse this? Did you guys like practice all this stuff beforehand?"
Yeah.
And then Jimmy pops up and he's like, "Come on, we're going for a ride now." And there's just a whole flash mob in the street.
He wheels her out to the street. There's a whole flash mob. They got a lot of backup dancers.
They got a lot of backup dancers and also
Yeah.
like every major character
Yeah.
in
So
the
they
show
got
at this
straight
point.
up like wardrobe. Like they're wearing these like 50s,
Yeah.
60s-ish
Yeah.
outfits.
They're all in costume. Like it starts with Ramona is the focal point. She's dancing, but she has like 5 backup dancers. Then it goes to J Money who's dancing and he has like 5 backup dancers. I just mean they hired a lot of people for this.
Yeah.
They're already a big family and they hired a lot of people for this.
Yeah, there's like a point where it like features like most of the characters. You know, eventually like Rocky comes in and they somehow convinced Rocky to be a part of this and dress up.
There's actual like cinematography.
Yes.
Matt and Jimmy dance together for a while.
For a while, which for us as you know as the Meave shippers,
Yeah.
it's like no, Matt and Steve need to dance together, but there's a good reason as to why not.
That's
Yeah,
Um,
it's like where's Steve in
Yeah,
all this?
where's Steve?
Yeah.
But you know they keep dancing, and then
But yeah,
all
they
of a sudden,
recruited Rocky, who they somehow got to be in
Rocky.
costume.
Yes, and then
She is not
and
enjoying
then who
it.
should enter? And then Full House comes in. Uncle
Well,
Jesse and Joey.
no, guys.
Sorry.
Notes.
Okay, notes. You go, Mark.
Fernando comes in.
Yes,
Obviously,
Fernando.
can't forget
Yeah,
Fernando.
Can't forget Fernando. Our
He
good
does
sweet boy,
great.
Juan Pablo Di Pace. Please come on our podcast.
He goes up to Kimmy. He gets down on one knee,
Mhm.
and then he takes off Kimmy's cast.
Yeah.
And
He just
Kimmy
takes the
stands
cast
up.
off.
And they start dancing, and DJ's like, "What is happening?" And here's the thing. Fuller House is the show where Kimmy would be like, my leg's not broken anymore. I can dance.
Yeah.
So I wasn't super surprised at that. I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess this is happening.
The power of dance healed her leg.
I figured it was an example of Fuller House / Full House's bizarre magical realism, where
Yeah.
Yeah, the power of dance
Exactly.
healed Kimmy.
Or that after the dance, Kimmy would be like, now back to the hospital.
yeah.
Because
but yeah.
my ankle
my
was
leg is
twisted
still
real
broken.
bad.
But yeah, then the cast of Full House show up.
Well, yeah, Fernando and Kimmy dance for a bit, and DJ's like, wait, this isn't what we rehearsed. And then the cast of Full House shows up.
Mhm.
You know, Uncle Jesse and Joey are dancing together. And DJ's like, wait, why are you guys here? And they're like, well, we had to, Jesse couldn't dance without his partner.
Yeah.
Come on, DJ, are you dumb?
Jesse couldn't dance without his partner, and his partner's in jail, so
Yeah, so Joey had to fill in.
yeah, Aunt Becky is not here.
Could you just imagine,
I wonder why.
Jesse was Uncle Jesse just called up Joey one night. He was like, hey, Joey, Aunt Becky's in prison. I'm gonna need you to come over and be my replacement wife while
Yeah.
she's in prison. And Joey was like, say no more.
I have needs,
I will be there.
and only Joey.
but,
can fill them.
First it's Jesse and Joey, then Danny Tanny
And then
shows
Danny
up.
Tanny
And
shows up.
DJ's like, what are you doing? And Danny says well, we wouldn't miss this for you. And it was at this point that we were going what the fuck? This is Kimmy's proposal. Why is this all for DJ's benefit? And then we went,
Well, yeah, at this point, I was
it's all for DJ's benefit.
Duh.
Yeah, because then Steve finally shows up.
Yep.
And he has this nice, this really nice, really cute speech. And he proposes to DJ.
He proposes to Deej, and she says yes.
Yay!
They're engaged.
They're engaged.
Okay.
I do think it was really funny that they had us up until the last moment.
Yeah. I wasn't really expecting anything until
Yeah.
Danny showed up and it's well, we can't miss your special day. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Up until literally Danny's line, we can't miss
Yeah.
your special day. And even then I was like, why is this DJ's special day? Why is this for DJ's benefit? It's Kimmy's proposal. And then it's nope, it's DJ's proposal. And it's right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And then Fernando points out, no, of course we don't need to
Yeah.
get re-engaged. We're not stupid.
That's stupid. Yeah. That's a stupid thing. Who in the world would get re-engaged? That's not a thing. And then Kimmy's
Kimmy
actually,
proposes to him.
we're just stupid enough to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And then
gets
Jimmy's
down on one knee and she proposes,
Yep.
which is very sweet.
Yes. And Fernando says yes. Yay.
Yay.
And then Jimmy's like, wait, we need to re-propose? And Steph's like, no, Jimmy, that's only for weird people. We're not weird. We're normal. We're the normal people.
We're the normal people. And he's like, okay, because for a second I had anxiety.
And then, so yeah, it's very sweet. There's a triple engagement.
Yeah. They're all engaged. It is very sweet when Steve proposes to DJ.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I liked that twist. It made me like this musical number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was one of the better dance sequences they've had in the show.
Yeah.
This was definitely one of the better ones, one of the more elaborate ones. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I also there is a line where they're like, well, we knew the only way to surprise you was to trick you into planning your own engagement. And it's what is going on?
Yeah. But, anyways, it's a triple engagement. Everybody's happy. And then it cuts to
The house.
DJ Steph, and Kimmy, and Danny are all sitting there together. And Danny's like, oh, I can't believe my girls are getting engaged and that I'm considering Kimmy Gibbler to be one of my girls.
Yep.
Man, it really feels weird to feel like I have 3 daughters again.
No, he doesn't
which,
even say it feels weird. He says, man, it's nice to have 3 daughters again. And it's is Michelle dead?
I know, right?
I know. Well, that was Mark's immediate reaction when he said that. Mark was immediately like, oh, is Michelle dead?
My thought is maybe she escaped the cult. Maybe she just abandoned them. Like, she just ran away.
true.
And she just doesn't want to be associated with them anymore.
Maybe, because I'm like, that line means either Michelle is fully dead
Yeah.
and we haven't dealt with that, or that it's like, well, it's been 5 years plus and she hasn't shown up to one single family event. She is dead to me.
Yeah, like that.
To the point where I no longer even consider her my daughter.
Oh my god.
Which
The one where Danny
I
Tanner
might
would
say,
consider Kimmy Gibbler his daughter more so
I
than his actual daughter, Michelle.
I just think that's out of character for Danny
That's
Tanner.
very out
Yeah,
of character.
it's very
What
out
the
of
fuck
character.
Was that? I know
But
what
yeah,
he
like-
really meant was like, oh, it's nice
Yeah.
to take care of 3 daughters again. But like,
Yeah.
still, it's weird.
But it's like Michelle is fully dead to Danny and
Michelle
he doesn't
is
consider
dead.
her his daughter again.
I love how like originally they did make, at least in my mind, a concerted effort to remind us that Michelle existed every now and then. Like there would be like calls
Yeah.
to her and like leaving voicemails and mentions of her.
Yeah.
No, she's just dead to them. It's just weird.
She's
Yeah,
dead.
she's just dead. She's just full on dead.
Yeah.
Yep. Funerals next episode.
Oh god.
Oh, that would get dark.
Anyway, I also want to say the second that Steve and DJ get engaged, I think I said, "Oh, triple wedding."
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're gonna do a triple wedding.
Yeah.
And then it's at this moment that DJ said, "You know what? We're all engaged. I don't want. I love sharing my life with the two of you. Why don't we keep sharing our life and have a triple wedding?"
And like,
And they agree?
none of you want to consult your husband, your fiancés
That's
on this.
That's true.
Like,
One
This
consult your
decision is made
fiancés.
without
Okay, but
consulting
let-
Steve, Jimmy, and Fernando.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, but let's be real. Given the way most weddings are planned, do you really think the husbands are going to object? Like, come on.
I mean,
I feel like most.
I don't think
most
any of them will
guys-
object, but it's also like you might want to consult with them
That's
first.
true, but like,
Yeah.
come on, like most weddings I have heard of are planned this way. The husband says, "I will stay out of your way and do whatever you want me to do, as long as you are happy," and she just
And-
does whatever.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
I think
I
those
think-
are antiquated gender norms.
They are,
Yeah.
but it is
and
the trend.
like educate yourself.
well,
I
the
mean,
wife plans the
I'm
wedding and the
not saying
husband
it
is
isn't
responsible for the
weird.
Russian dressing.
Here's my other thing about it, though.
Yeah,
DJ was married and her husband passed away
Yeah.
or
Mm-hmm.
died in a fire. Kimmy was already married to Fernando and then got divorced. Like, they've both had weddings.
Yeah.
Like, Steph hasn't been married. Like,
That's true.
let Steph have a day. Let Steph have her day.
Hmm,
I get that DJ's like, you know what? I already had my big wedding just for me.
yeah.
But, like, let Steph have a wedding.
Yeah. that's
yeah.
true. Hmm.
I'm also. I think we forgot to mention this earlier, but like when Steve was proposing, they actually cut to like flashbacks about all the stuff that Steve was
Yeah.
talking about, which I think is like the one good use of flashbacks in this show. Like they haven't done it in a while, but I think this is the one time where the flashbacks to Full House and Fuller House are warranted.
Sure, yeah. I do think it's funny because one of the moments they flash back to is when Steve was still with CJ and it's him
Yeah.
and DJ giving each other like a longing look. They're still in love with each other. And I get that, but I think it's very funny to, in this sweet Steve and DJ montage, include a moment where Steve was engaged to another woman who looked
I
exactly
think-
like
yeah, that
DJ.
was
Well,
weird.
I think I think what he was saying at that point was like, yeah, well, I know like
We were-
life
we
brought
were-
us apart
yeah.
at one point, but we
No,
always wanted
I
to be
know.
together or whatever. So it like makes sense, but also yeah, you have a point.
I know. I think it's funny. Anyway, they do a triple wedding howl, which is them
Yay.
howling "I do,"
Oh my god.
Uh,
and the
about
episode ends with
The
them
episode
making
ends, which
the
means-
weird and bad decision to have a triple wedding.
Yeah. And you know what that means? It's time for Sad Boy of the Week.
Yeah.
Yay!
A suitably low energy transition into sad boy of the
Oh,
week.
Yay, Sad
I-
Boy.
Only one. I think we've been pretty good, energy wise.
Yeah, I think so too.
I only really have one strong nominee in mind,
Who?
Okay.
Which
I
is-
actually am having a hard time thinking of this. Who is it?
which I think Jiminy Gibbler.
I was also thinking
You know what?
Jiminy
Yeah,
Gibbler.
Jimmy Gibbler.
Uh, I'm trying to think if there's like anybody else, but I feel like it's a weird contrast
think?
because, like we said
Yeah.
earlier, we're filming this episode and the last episode on back-to-back days, And the last episode had so many contenders.
So many sad boys.
And I feel like this one didn't really have as many sad boy moments.
I think you maybe could give J Money an honorary nomination for the baloney thing.
Yeah.
We can give an honorary mention to Aunt Becky, who missed the proposal because she's in prison.
Yep. But Jimmy
Trying to get one last one in there.
Honorary nominee to Michelle for being dead.
Yes.
I mean...
Yeah. But let me go over. Should I go over Jimmy, or it's just sort of Jimmy by default?
I'll go over him at least.
Go over Jimmy a little bit.
Jimmy is not paying his niece and he's not paying 2 of his 3 employees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which includes his niece by blood.
His niece by blood, which is one of the 2 that he is not paying.
And his nephew's by soon-to-be marriage.
Yeah. Exactly. He's only paying a child.
Yeah.
The second he is asked, hey, can you take care of this ring for the afternoon? He falls apart. He shouts anxiety like 5 times in the episode.
Well, I like the fact that it became a running gag in the episode.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. I'm just
saying.
saying.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah. No, it's very good. He needs to be consoled or talked some sense to by Ramona. I really love this is the most stressful thing I've ever done. You have a baby.
Yes.
You know, Rocky usually speaks for the audience, but I think Ramona was speaking for the audience in that moment.
She's learning from Rocky.
He makes all his employees who have just made 60 sandwiches take apart all 60 sandwiches, and I guess they just throw all the bits all around the restaurant. So he's going to have to clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't find the ring.
He doesn't find
the thing
ring
he was looking for because he never got it the entire time and just forgot that he was never given the ring.
It turns out he was never given the ring. His fiance just didn't give it to him because they're both irresponsible and they haven't been taking care of their baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also worth mentioning that he was not given the ring and just forgot that he was never given the ring.
Yeah, sure. He never realized that it's not that he forgot. He just never realized, wait, I don't even have the ring.
Yeah.
Also, given that he never had the ring, it took him maybe too long to realize he didn't have the ring.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
It took him a number of hours.
Yeah, several hours and 60 sandwiches.
It was night, and they started in the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we're giving it to Jimmy this week almost by default.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody else is even close.
I don't think anyone else is even close.
Maybe
I think this
Matt,
is Jimmy's week.
The pizza and the barbell, but not really.
I don't think that's as much as Jimmy.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, congrats, Jimmy, on your sad boy win. Good for you.
Yes.
Can we get a round of applause for Jimmy? Tyler, you can just add that in post. But there we go. We're just basking in it. All right, stop. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for another episode of the Fullest House podcast. If you like what you just listened to, make sure to like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Fullest House Pod. Once again, I'm Zach Horowitz.
I'm Mark Greene.
And I am Harrison Bloom.
And until next time, may your houses be fuller, and may your sandwiches contain rings. Rest in peace, Michelle Tanner. Tyler, can we get some Amazing Grace right now?
In the
Thank you.
arms of...
That's not Amazing Grace, Mark.
No, but I started singing it before you said that. Or I thought of it before you said that.
We'll see you next week.
Ave Maria.